Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Good evening. Tonight, we begin with a remarkable story of international partnership and strategic calculation unfolding on the high seas of Southeast Asia, a region where maritime security and alliances are more important than ever. The region was abuzz with anticipation and speculation as Japan made a historic offer to the Philippines, 6 state-of-the-art warships. This was not just a routine military deal, but a move that signaled a new era of alliance and cooperation between two key players in the Indo-Pacific. This wasn't merely a transfer of hardware, it was a bold and unmistakable statement amid rising regional tensions, especially as disputes over territory and maritime rights continue to escalate. For the Philippines, whose navy has long relied on aging, outdated vessels, the offer promised not just a leap in military capability, but also a much-needed boost in morale for its sailors and officers. The announcement sent shockwaves through defense circles across the region. In Manila, military planners and naval strategists began to envision a transformation, one that could finally bring the Philippine Navy into the modern era. These ships represented more than just steel and firepower. They became powerful symbols of a strengthened alliance, a deepening friendship, and hope for a more secure and stable future for the Philippines and its people. The timing of Japan's offer was crucial. The Philippines was facing mounting pressure in its own waters, with frequent incidents and challenges in the West Philippine Sea, making credible maritime defense more urgent than ever before. Japan's gesture was not only generous, but also highly strategic. It reinforced the rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific, sending a clear message that regional stability and cooperation are priorities for both nations. The offer was a clear signal to the world. Alliances in the region were deepening, and nations were increasingly ready to work together to ensure peace and stability in these contested waters. Excitement swept through Manila. Defense analysts called it a masterstroke for Philippine security, while ordinary citizens watched the news with pride and hope for a stronger national defense. The public began to imagine a revitalized navy, one that could finally patrol the nation's vast maritime territory with newfound strength, confidence, and modern technology. The only question on everyone's mind was, how soon could these advanced ships arrive, and how quickly could the Philippine Navy adapt to this dramatic upgrade? The stage was set for a major transformation of the Philippine fleet, a transformation that could redefine the country's role in regional security for years to come. But as we'll see, just when it seemed the future was certain, the story took an unexpected and dramatic turn. So, what exactly was Japan offering? Let's break it down, because this wasn't just a routine transfer of old hardware or a symbolic gesture. This was a significant strategic move with far-reaching implications for both countries, not just any patrol boats. These were advanced destroyers, the pride of Japan's maritime engineering. Sleek, formidable, and bristling with technology, these ships represented the cutting edge of naval power in the region. Designed for blue water operations, they boasted cutting-edge radar, sonar, and multi-mission weaponry. These systems could detect threats from miles away, track multiple targets, and respond with precision-guided munitions. For the Philippine Navy, this meant a generational leap in technology and firepower. The difference was like moving from analog to digital overnight. Suddenly, the Navy could see farther, react faster, and hit harder. These ships could patrol vast areas, defend against submarines and aircraft, and project power far from shore. They could operate as the backbone of a modern fleet, supporting both defensive and offensive missions. Their robust construction and endurance were ideal for a nation with thousands of islands and a sprawling maritime zone. The Philippines, with its vast waters and strategic choke points, needed ships that could stay at sea for weeks, not just days. The ability to sustain long patrols was not a luxury, it was essential. These destroyers could operate independently, refuel at sea, and maintain a constant presence where it mattered most. Integrating 6 such vessels would instantly elevate the Philippine Navy's regional standing. Suddenly, the Philippines would be seen as a serious maritime player, able to protect its interests and contribute to regional security. The offer was more than an upgrade, it was a transformation. It promised to turn a modest coastal defense force into a modern blue-water navy almost overnight. Faster, more powerful, and technologically advanced, these ships were a shortcut to modernization. They could close the capability gap with regional neighbors and deter potential threats. The deal underscored the deepening partnership between Tokyo and Manila. It was a clear signal of trust and shared strategic interests in a rapidly changing region. For the Philippines, it was a golden ticket to a modern fleet. The sense of pride and anticipation among sailors and officers was palpable as they looked forward to a new era. The excitement was justified. On paper, the Navy was poised for a giant leap. The promise of new ships, new capabilities, and a stronger maritime presence captured the imagination of the nation. But reality soon set in. As with any ambitious plan, challenges and questions began to emerge, casting a shadow over the initial euphoria. Then came Manila's surprising decision. They would accept only 3 of the 6 warships. To many, it seemed counterintuitive. Why turn down half the fleet? The answer lay in sober self-assessment. Defense planners realized that accepting all 6 would stretch resources thin, risking operational readiness. A warship is more than its hull. It demands trained crews, maintenance, and a steady flow of parts and fuel. Taking all 6 could have created a hollow force, impressive on paper but ineffective at sea. By choosing 3, the Navy prioritized sustainability over numbers. This was a sign of strategic maturity, focusing on what could be realistically operated and maintained. The message was clear: quality and readiness mattered more than fleet size. The decision was difficult, but it set the tone for a disciplined, professional force. Sometimes, less is truly more. At the heart of the decision lies a hard truth. There's no such thing as a free warship, no matter how attractive the offer may seem on paper. The allure of acquiring powerful vessels at no upfront cost is undeniable, but the reality is far more complex and costly than it first appears. While the transfer itself might not require a payment, the ongoing expenses of operating a modern destroyer are staggering. These ships are technological marvels, but they come with a price tag that extends far beyond the initial handover. Just fueling a single destroyer can cost tens of thousands of dollars every single day it's at sea. The engines are massive, and the fuel consumption is relentless, especially during extended patrols or exercises. Now, multiply that daily fuel cost by 6 ships, and the numbers quickly spiral out of control. The Navy's budget, already stretched thin, would be pushed to its absolute limits, making such an operation nearly impossible to sustain. Maintenance is another massive challenge. These advanced warships require constant attention, specialized parts, and highly trained technicians, many of whom must be sourced from Japan or trained specifically for these systems. Every breakdown or malfunction can mean weeks of downtime and significant expense. Trying to keep 6 complex vessels running at once would overwhelm the Navy's existing support infrastructure. Shipyards would be crowded, maintenance crews stretched thin, and spare parts in constant short supply. Then there's the human factor. Each destroyer needs a large, highly trained crew to operate its sophisticated systems. Recruiting, training, and retaining enough skilled personnel for 6 ships is a monumental task. The Navy would need to invest heavily in training programs, simulators, and ongoing education just to keep up. Even then, the risk of crew shortages and burnout would remain high, further straining resources. The harsh reality is that without the resources to operate and maintain them, these ships could end up tied to the pier, unable to deploy, and slowly becoming expensive liabilities rather than assets. Faced with these challenges, the Philippine Navy had to make a tough, realistic assessment. Could they truly keep 6 ships ready for action, or would most end up sitting idle, draining resources? This sobering analysis shaped their disciplined choice, forcing them to weigh ambition against sustainability and long-term readiness. In the end, it became clear, the real challenge wasn't just acquiring warships, but sustaining them, ensuring they remain effective, ready, and truly serve the nation's needs. The Philippine Navy's choice reflects a modern doctrine: quality over quantity. In today's naval warfare, a few capable, ready ships are more valuable than a larger, unreliable fleet. A single advanced frigate can control more sea than several outdated patrol boats. By focusing resources on 3 ships, the Navy ensures they're fully crewed, maintained, and ready to deploy. This maximizes combat power and avoids the trap of a hollow force. 3 ships at sea are worth more than 6 in port. The decision signals professionalism and a commitment to real readiness. It's a direct investment, incredible deterrence. Think of it like being offered 6 classic sports cars for free. At first it's thrilling, but reality sets in. Insurance, fuel, and especially maintenance costs quickly add up. Specialized parts and skilled mechanics are expensive and hard to find. Soon, only 1 or 2 cars are drivable, the rest gather dust. The dream of a 6-car fleet becomes a logistical nightmare. You'd be better off with a couple of reliable modern cars you can actually use. The Philippine Navy faced the same dilemma. The 6 warships were tempting, but the long-term costs were immense. By choosing 3, they ensured each would be fully operational and ready. It's better to have a few dependable assets than a garage full of unusable ones. Smart choices beat flashy numbers every time. Accepting 3 ships is a masterclass in long-term sustainability. Naval effectiveness is a marathon, not a sprint. Concentrating resources on 3 ships allows for dedicated logistics, specialized training, and a culture of excellence. This focus enables planned upgrades and continuous improvement, keeping the fleet relevant. Had they taken all 6, budgets would be consumed by basic upkeep, leaving no room for modernization. A smaller, improving fleet is a smarter investment. Sustainability builds credibility. Ready ships foster trust with allies. The Philippines is now a more dependable security partner. Sustainability isn't just internal, it's the foundation of regional cooperation. This episode marks a new maturity in the Japan-Philippines partnership. Japan's offer was strategic. The Philippines' response was equally thoughtful. By accepting only what they could sustain, the Philippines proved themselves a responsible ally. This decision deepened trust and set the stage for more meaningful cooperation. The Philippines gains 3 capable warships and invaluable experience for future modernization. For Japan, it means a stronger, more reliable partner in a vital region. This partnership is about building capacity, not just transferring hardware. It's a model for responsible, sustainable security cooperation. The 3-ship decision is a sign of true strategic alignment. The story of the 6 Japanese warships is a lesson in strategic discipline. The Philippine Navy chose readiness and sustainability over sheer numbers. This approach ensures every peso yields real maritime security. The alliance with Japan is now built on mutual respect and realistic planning. The Navy's future will be guided by quality, not just quantity. This decision sets a powerful precedent for modernization. The journey is long, but the Philippines is steering with a steady hand. The future is about a smarter, stronger, and more disciplined fleet, ready for tomorrow's challenges.